What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. All right, we have a mini. It is not a mini to close. We still have 5 teams left in the main, but this is going to get us down into mini to close range. So, looking to follow this one up with one more here after. I do have an open football break. It just closed its mini. So when we're done with this video, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the mini to close, get that up, get it filling, run the football mini. Hopefully by the time the football mini is done, we can hop over, run the baseball mini, and then I'll go live for football, break football, go live for baseball, break baseball. So we won't do any live fills for football just so we can keep things going. But that's looking like that's probably going to be the schedule, assuming payments roll in on football. So. All right. Tell you what, we got a bunch to go through, so let me just go ahead and hop right into it. I've got for live fill options. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna go through kind of the quick version here, guys. I got Topps Finest on one side. I got Bowman Draft Asia, switching it up to a 2020 box. That is Pete Crow Armstrong's first Bowman class. He's the big chaser in that one, as a Met, by the way. But first Bowman PCAs we're hunting in there, and then again Topps Finest. Those are the two live fill options for baseball. I've got Topps Finest on the right. I got Bowman Draft Asia on the left. 26 a spot for draft, 40 a spot for finest. Those are both 10 spotters, good for 3 random teams each. I'm letting you guys know that now because if your spot in the mini does not get a team, instead of getting the pack, if you'd rather have $5 off of a live fill spot, you can do that. But I need to hear that from you here while we're live. Otherwise, I'm gonna cut the pack. All right, let me pull this on screen. All right, I have got, let's see, mini number 1 for the 9-box Baseball PYT today, 9/16/25. We're going to go 5 times on the randomizer, as always. I've got Robert Renaud in 1 and 2, Jason Park in 3, Charles Westerfield in 4, Kurt McHenry in 5, Mason Russom in 6, Jason Park in 7, Phil Kosmala's in 8, White Goodman in 9, Mason Russom's in 10, White Goodman in 11, and Jason Park in spot number 12. That's my 1 through 12 spots. We're going to run that list 5 times. Once the list has been randomized 5 times, whoever ends up in the top spot after that 5th and final random is going to get the Yankees in the main break. Whoever ends up in spot number 2 can have the Red Sox in the main break. However, if you guys would rather have the Brewers or the Nats, for right now, they're both still available. So as long as they're still available at the time I'm trying to swap you into them, and nobody claims them on the main post between now and then you are free to swap out if you prefer. Otherwise, I can just leave you at the Red Sox. Whoever ends up in spot 3 takes the Cubs. Spot 4 takes the Padres. Same deal. If the Cubs would rather have the Reds, you can swap out. And then Padres, if the Cubs pass on the Reds, I'll give you second option there on Reds if you'd rather have Reds than Padres. But again, Cubs is going to get first choice on that. I'm trying to give you guys options on the price points here. Whoever ends up in spot number 5 takes the Giants in the main break, can swap for the Twins if they're still available, and then whoever ends up in spot number 6 takes the Diamondbacks in the main break. For spot 7 through 12, you guys will each get a pack out of the Donruss box instead of walking out empty-handed. Get you just a second chance shot at hopefully getting us something here. These are hobby boxes, so they will have some hits, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 packs left in this box, so half the box is still there. If you want to choose your pack number, you're free to. If not, I'm going to grab you a random. But again, if you would rather have $5 off of a live fill spot, just let me know prior to opening that pack, and we can do that instead. But again, if I don't hear from you, then I'm just going to go ahead and open your pack. All right, guys, 5 times. Here we go. Good luck. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and last spin, there is 5. I got White Goodman in spot number 1. Taking the Yankees in this one. I got Phil Kosmala in spot number 2 with the Red Sox. Again, Phil, if you want to swap those Red Sox for the Nats or the Brewers, as long as they haven't been claimed on the post, we can do that. In spot number 3, I've got Jason Park. Jason taking the Cubs. Again, Jason, if you'd rather have the Reds, let me know. Robert Renaud in spot number 4 with the Padres. Robert, if Jason passes on the Reds, you can swap out your Padres for Reds. Again, this is all assuming that they're still available. Let's see. 1 and 2 in the 4th spin, Mason. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, dude. Spot 5 is Charles Westerfield. Charles, you got the Giants. Again, let me know if you'd rather have the Twins. Wow, Mason, that's tough to go from 1 and 2 to double O's. Sorry, man. White Goodman in spot number 6 with the Diamondbacks. So 7 through 12, I've got packs for Kurt McHenry, Jason Park, I got you with two packs out of three. So sorry I wasn't able to get you more than less, but 2 packs. Mason with 2 packs. Robert Renaud with 1 pack. Mason, since we went 0 for 2, anytime somebody gets multiple spots and just gooses, doesn't get anything up top, I'll offer a little bit extra. I can bump you up from $10 off of a live fill spot to 15 if you prefer it. Or guys, if y'all, I tell you what, let's flex a little bit. If you would rather use the $5 off of the next round of minis, I'll open that option up as well, because I'm probably gonna have to mini to close here afterwards. I got to see where we're at. I'm assuming we're gonna have to mini to close as soon as we're done. Before I line the football mini, I want to go ahead and line up the mini to close so we can start filling it. If you'd rather put your $5 or $10 or $15 or whatever your amount is towards a discounted spot on the mini, it'll help us close. I don't know exactly what the price point's going to be. I'm anticipating it's going to be a little less than this one, but I haven't crunched the numbers on that yet, so I'll need to figure that out. So yeah, again, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to crack packs for you guys. All right, let me write some names here. Sorry, not trying to confuse you guys, trying to give you all some options. Mason's good with packs. Okay, perfect. So Mason, good with 2 packs. And then I've got Kurt McHenry with 1. I have Jason Park with 2. Live fill credit? Okay. Yeah, Jason, here. Let me respond real quick. Too. I'm bring that on screen so you can see the options there, bud. And then I had Robert with 1 as well. All right, Mason said he's good with 2. I'm gonna go ahead and grab your 2 first here, Mason. I'm just gonna grab you some randoms. I'm assuming we're good with that here. Just 2 at the middle. And here we go. Good luck, bud. I got Jace Young, rated rookie, Ian Kinsler, Austin Wells, Evan Carter. Heston Kjerstad is 32 out of 99. There we go. Braden Montgomery, optic, rated prospect, PJ Morlando, and Carson Benj. Nothing too crazy there. Robert's good with random packs. Perfect. Thank you, sir. And then again, Mason, your second. Jim Cott. Pee Wee Reese. Luis Angel Acuna. Edgar Martinez. Evan Carter, optic. Bomb Squad. Charlie Condon, that's base. Let's see. I got Leo DeVries, rated prospect, and Tommy Troy. Jason's saying he will trade for Reds if that's an option, and it is an option. Okay, so there, I will verify that here as soon as. Tell you what, let me do this. Bear with me 1 second. Just want to make sure nobody's claimed him yet, because that would trump. Let's see, Jason Park saying Reds. Hold on, bear with me. Just going to scroll down here and make sure nobody's claimed him yet. And they have not. So here, Reds. Let's put that one with Jason Park. Okay, and that was 1, 2, 3, 6. Do I have one missed? Yankees, Boston, Cubs. Yankees, Cubs. Bear with me one second. Okay, Boston, there it was. Okay, so he's going to give up his Cubs spot, and then that means... There we go. So Padres, Robert Renaud, you had the Padres. If you would rather have the Cubs, just say the word, bud. Let me know. So Robert, what I did is Jason had spot 3, which was the Cubs. I gave them the option of if you want to swap Cubs out for Reds, you can. But now that he's swapped into Reds, the Cubs are available if you'd rather have them. They're all 3 the same price, which is why we're doing it this way. So if you would rather have the Padres than... Sorry, if you would rather have the Cubs than the Padres, say the word. But right now, I've got you slated for Padres. All right, Robert's good with a random. Here's your pack, bud. Again, this is Robert. Stick with Padres. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Rated rookie Acuna. Edgar Martinez. Cliff Lee. Chipper Jones. Jim Leyland, Paul Skeens, Unleashed insert. It's on one of those sunbursts, the green laser burst, whatever you want to call it. Takoa Roby and rated prospect Owen Casey. That Leyland, by the way, was an optic. Go ahead and sleeve up the Skeens. It's unnumbered, but still not a rookie. All right, and then Jason Park, Kurt McHenry. Jason said he's going to take... see. Terry, I saw where it closed. It closed as like 5 seconds after I hit go live here for this mini. But yeah, I did see that it closed. I went ahead and updated the post to mark that it was closed. But yeah, we're gonna run that mini next. I'm going to line a mini to close baseball. This did not get us closed. This got us down to like 5 teams left. I'm going to line the mini to close for baseball, and while it's filling, I'm going to run the mini to close football. And as long as we're all paid up in football, we'll break that one first because it did close first. So, okay. Kurt McHenry, I got your other pack right here, bud. Just grab a random. Best of luck, Kurt. I got Bert Campaneris, Sammy Sosa, Billy Martin, Greg Maddux, Colson Montgomery, rated prospect silver, Optic Noah Schultz, James Tibbs, rated prospect, and Griff O'Farrell, rated prospect. Jason, you want me to? I'll pick the number. Which list do you want on, bud? Let's see. I'll pick the number. You pick which live fill box, though. All right, so here, real quick, let me come back over here, just show you guys one more time, in case you missed it earlier. Here were the results. So I had White Goodman taking the Yankees in this one. Phil Kosmala, you got the Red Sox, but again, if you would rather have the Brewers or the Nationals, let me know. Those are, right now, they're still available, so they're all the same price point. We can put you in either one of those. I've got Jason Park taking, he moved his pick from the Cubs to the Reds, so he's going to take the Reds in this one. And then Padres going to Robert Renaud. Charles Westerfield in number 5 takes the Giants. Charles, again, if you would rather have the Twins, let me know. They're the same price. I don't mind swapping them. And then 6, White Goodman taking the Diamondbacks. So if you guys are gonna swap out spots, let me know. Like send me a DM or put a comment on the post. Do it quick though, because I'm about to line up that mini to close the other one. So once I put the teams up in the mini, I can't change them out because people are gonna claim spots based on that. So here, let me go set that up real quick. I'm gonna post the mini, and then I'm gonna run football while the baseball mini's filling, and then we'll do the baseball mini after, assuming it fills pretty quick. All right, cool. Sorry, I know it's a lot of moving parts. I'm trying to get 2 breaks closed today, and it looks like it's going to take 3 minis to do them. So we'll get it done. All right, guys. Appreciate the fill. Congrats on the hitters in this one. If I got your team, good luck in the main break. If I wasn't able to get your team, hopefully I get you guys next time around, which is likely to be here in a few minutes on that mini to close. So I will see you guys over in that one. Take care, guys.